Welcome back to another edition of the Hockey Nation Live Show. This is your Coach Frenchy, back in the booth for another great video for you guys. We have a lot of breaking news. We are about 24 hours before the puck drop for the upcoming season in 2021. So we're going to be live a couple of times and recording video for you guys to be sure we give you all the news and breaking news around the league and to be ready for the upcoming season. You have a couple of games start tomorrow, January 13th and 2021. So before we start, we just want to invite you to don't forget to subscribe to our Facebook page where we send you all this fun information and breaking news in NHL. It's all under Hockey Nation Live Show. And of course, if you're watching this video from the YouTube channel, it's where also you can subscribe and join us. And don't hesitate to leave your comments. What is your favorite players? What is your favorite team? But also about the league. Give us what you're thinking about what's going on around the league. And we'd be great to have that kind of conversation with you guys. But let's start with the first breaking news happening January 12, 2021. And we have to start with the Chicago Blackhawks extend 2 more years contract to the youngest head coach in NHL, Jeremy Colliton. That's a great signature for him. Honestly, he has already 137 game as behind the bench. He has 62, 58, and 17, and an average of about 515 since he started his career in NHL. He's a young man learning about what's going on. It's not going to be easy for him, maybe not for the next 2-3 years. But again, I think Chicago with the manager Stan Bowman want to get that kind of consistency behind the bench, and he believe on him. So I think that's great for Jeremy and also for the Hawks to have him for the next 3 years, honestly, with his extension of 2 years. So the next breaking news is... honestly, I just want to mention what happened yesterday. We talked about Shane Doan became chief hockey development for the team. He's back. You know already he's an icon in the Arizona Coyotes. But I want to mention what happening today. The Arizona Coyotes signed, I believe, I did not heard this before in NHL so far, but they signed today Lee Stempniak. You already know him as Mr. Traveler in NHL, play over with at least 10 teams during his career. I believe he was retired in 12-18. I could be wrong, but I believe so. He become all the guide filter liaison between the analytic coaching staff and also the hockey coaching staff. So really interesting to see what the Arizona with the new manager Bill Armstrong, what they try to accomplish. A couple of weeks ago, we heard about its front team with a Florida start to have a goalie staff bigger with 4 of them, and they have another team did the same thing in NHL. Cannot recall it which one did it. But again, we see it's fun thing happening in the NHL. The last couple of years, we add a coach called a power skill coach now, and they just add more people inside the team to bring the best for the team. They have a chance to win. So good news for the Arizona Coyotes and Lee back in the NHL, and we'll see what is happening over there. The next news is coming for the Boston Bruins. We talked about him yesterday. Everybody in the NHL is going to wear decals of the Willie E. O'Reilly on their helmet for, I believe, it starts January 18th to the end of February. And what's happening now, the Boston Bruins decide to retire number 22 and add one more on the top of the ceiling. And February 18, during that game, they're going to retire the jersey of the Willie E. O'Reilly. I think that's a great gesture for the Boston Bruins to do that. I think that's bring a lot, and that's a great move to for them to do this for Willie O'Reilly, but also about the all this fun thing happening with the situation about this. So good move from the Boston Bruins. The next one is we know what happening yesterday. Over 89 players on the waiver list yesterday happened. We know like Perry, and much more happened like yesterday. And finally today we got that news. It's coming from the NHL around 12 Eastern time. That's what usually all the NHL have to claims new players who have to report this to the NHL. And finally, four players. The Carolina claims Anton Forsberg for the Edmonton Oilers. The San Jose claims Rudolph Balcher from the Ottawa Senator. The New Jersey claim Eric Comrie from the Winnipeg Jets. And Nashville claim the defenseman Luca Pisa from the Winnipeg Jets. That was their second players out of the lineup and lose on the waiver list. We remember the Florida Panthers got Noah Johnson from the Montreal Canadiens 24 hours ago. And when we got those news about all the player claim, they have a new list for the waiver list. And one of the biggest name we can mention to you for this, it's coming for the New York Islanders. They put on the waiver list Leo Komarov. And what is going to be surprise now or shock or what's going happening now for the next 24 hours we have to pay attention is all the NHL have to report their salary cap under their salary cap. So we'll be really interesting about this and bring the taxi squad and all these fun rules. We don't want to mention this to you right now, but we're going to explain a little bit later tonight the rules of the taxi squad and the waiver list, everything like that. So and other story to follow up today. And I'm telling you right now, we're going to be busy to bring all the breaking news around the NHL. So, talking about the NHL breaking news, we want to mention we got finally the final roster for the Philadelphia Flyers. Sorry, and we're going to bring more of all the rosters in the NHL when we got them. And here we go. So the Flyers got this roster for the upcoming season. They have also a taxi squad. I don't want that Morin isn't part of this part. I don't want to talk about the taxi squad, but I want to talk about the roster for the Flyers. We know they have a team is increasing very well. Last year played a good year with Alain Vigneault behind the bench. And the goalies, they are back. Carter Hart, one of the best goalie in the NHL now, a future star in NHL. He's going to be a backup. Brian Elliott. We have a defenseman, Myers, Senham, Hag, Pronorov, the star, and then Gustafsson and Freeman and Justin Brown come back over there. Well, of course, we have the Shane Costichere is going to return over there. So still we lost, honestly, the biggest name there. It's not there anymore because he get retired. It's a Matt Niskanen decide to retire last for the now. So he's not a part of this defenseman. On the forward side, not many chance. We have to go back almost the same lineup. Konechny is back with Ralph. Kevin Hayes, Couturier, Patrick. Now, this is great news. Look like he's more healthy, and we know he's talented. He's great. I think he's going to bring a lot on that one. Lafton is there. Lindblom is back. The survivor of this cancer. Just an amazing story, and to see him back in the lineup, it's another great news. GVR is back with also the captain Giroux. And Morgan Frost, that's another star we have to follow up. And then Kubal is back, and Farabee, another one here. Joel Farabee, we love him on the power play. I think is a good upside for the Flyers. And finally, the veteran Jacob Voracek will be back over there. This is a very great team over there. They are one of the top team on my make the playoff on that division, the East division. I think they are a solid organization. They lost a couple of players. I think the most I can remember is Derek Grant. Now he's back in the Anaheim Ducks, but I think they are going to have a great year for the Flyers. It's a top 10 team for me on my power ranking for the upcoming season. Then next is the news coming for the NHL. It's honestly, it's you can see the beauty of the Lake Tahoe, and they announced NHL announced yesterday, February 20 and February 21st. They're going to have two games in NHL. The Saturday, Vegas going to play again the Colorado Avalanche at 3:00 p.m. Eastern time. They are both of game at 3:00 p.m. Eastern time. So the February 20 again is going to be the Vegas Golden Knights going to play again the Colorado Avalanche, and then the next day we have to go to East Division. Is going to be the Boston Bruins again, the Philadelphia Flyers. So and again, why this? Why happening there? Is one reason you have no fans anyway, and I think there's a great menu for the NHL to promote. I think that's a good way to do that. Some way to couple of like they talked about this a couple of days ago. Some was not very happy about this, but I think for the marketing side for the NHL, I think it's a great opportunity. And NHL Classic and all the game outside. It was always been a great event for the NHL, and people go in usually and with the situation of COVID-19. Now we heard yesterday the Ontario province Ontario was again in Quebec are very strict with their rules and stay at home and curfew, everything like that. I believe the OHL have a difficult time to restart on February 5th. I don't think so it could happen, but we'll see. We have another story to follow up. We heard that WHL tried to play a 24 game schedule, so it's another subject we have to follow up over there. And finally, QM is still on right now, but with all the situation COVID now, well, the reason I'm talking about the COVID-19 because when you do a power ranking and some injuries can be a part of this, but with the COVID-19, many players, maybe teams, going to have a difficult time at some point, and I would be really interesting about that. What this going to turn and what impact this COVID-19 is going to create during the next couple of weeks and months in NHL. The second thing, the fact you have only 56 games, and also many times they are a back-to-back game or they play also the same division. So you're going to have its friends things you maybe not see for the last couple of years. Maybe more goals. Maybe the staff will be maybe increasing over there. More backup goaltender too is going to be part of this season as a play more game. You're going to have maybe because the Texas squad is going to join also more game in the roster during the year. And finally, this is not the right thing to say that, but I really believe the rivalry is going to be increasing with time. And that will create a lot, maybe physicality of the game, maybe more fight when I never see before. So that would be something to follow up. I think the hockey is going to win at the end of this because that will create a lot of rivalry between, imagine 8 times between Calgary and Edmonton, or Vancouver and Edmonton, and Montreal, Toronto, and I can go all the way Flyers, Philadelphia, Washington, and you know what I mean? So you can see all these kind of rivalries going happening for the upcoming season. So something we have to follow up. And then before we leave, we just want to let you know, don't forget to subscribe to our Facebook page and also YouTube channel under Hockey Nation Live Show if you want to hear all the different news around the league. And we just can't wait. We are almost there, friends. Hockey Nation fans, we are there 24 more hours. We're going to come back tonight for another live video, and then tomorrow going to be 2 or 3 hours live talking about hockey, what the season's coming with my co-host, also Michael DeVillano is going to join me and talking about this. So thanks again to watching us. Thanks again, and I'll just ask you, sharing. I think the only way we love what we're doing, and we don't do this for money, is we do this because we love it. We just want to sharing this. If you have a chance and opportunity to share this with the people and they love hockey, want to talk about hockey, and that would be great for us. So thanks again for watching us. Look forward to see you the next show. Thanks again.